There's supposed to be a Turtles event here. Am I blind? I've been putting it off for like 3 weeks or something. So I'm finally going to play it since there's only 4 days left. It's like, it's not there. When something goes wrong in this game, it's most likely the developers have made a mistake. Probably. It doesn't seem like a design choice. Why would they get rid of the Turtles event if it's not over yet? How do you, unless this is the Turtles event? Six, 6 versus 6. Doesn't say anything to do with the Turtles. Plus, I could have sworn the last time I looked at it, it was very obvious, which was the Turtles one and which wasn't. I could see it. I don't really remember exactly what it said, but I remember I was like, there's the Turtles thing. They got rid of Ooze, but they kept Bullet. That's interesting. Oh, well, I guess it's 24/7. Or, I mean, I guess it's a small map. They always do that. This isn't really a small map. Grind Ooze, whatever it's called. But the Turtles thing, okay, I get that's fair enough. They get rid of these things all the time. But the Turtles thing, that's strange. It's still the event's still going. So why would it be gone? That's weird. Nah, this must be like a design problem. They must have made a mistake or something, because why, if the event's not over? The event's not over yet for another 4 hours and 3 days. And that should mean that it doesn't make sense. There's a whole, there's a whole mode devoted to the turtles. It's like you get a score streak and become a turtle, and you have certain abilities or something, and one of those abilities is like jumping around or something, like dashing about in the middle of the air. That's like a whole thing that they teamed up. Like they did all this. That's their whole point, is that they do this every season. They team up with something like Squid Games, and they team up with turtles, right? And it's not there. I mean, this game never ceases to surprise me at how stupid it is. There's a ferrofluid bundle in the store at the minute, but it's not actually in the store. You can only access it when you start up the game. Sometimes it randomly shows it up, but if you go to the store itself, you can't find it. It's like, do the developers know about these mistakes? I guess people have to report them, and couldn't be bothered to report that. But it's like they can't even sell their own product because it's not in the store. And then they've teamed up with this Turtles thing, and grant you it's been working for 3 weeks because it's usually there, but it's not there anymore. Unless I'm being stupid and I'm missing it. I don't see it there. I checked in here. It's not in here either. It would be weird to put it in here because, it's only a limited event. I know it's limited, right? But it should surely still last until the event itself is over. I just don't think they're managing this. I don't know how the dev people work in this company, but I feel like there must be miscommunications or something in this company, because how are they not realizing these things? Or beta testers, or just testers, or people to keep, I don't know what I'm talking about. Like, people should be turning on the game in the company and literally turning it on and making sure that it's all working. Is there no one in the company that actually turns on the game? Like, do they not turn it on and go, okay, we're missing our key feature that we just incorporated 2 weeks ago. It's somehow missing. Our key feature for Season 2 Reloaded, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, it's not there anymore. Is no one turning on the game at their company to notice that these things are missing? Like, oh my god, what the fuck? This is the worst game I've ever played in terms of bugs. And I played Skyrim. It's like, and Cyberpunk. I didn't even notice that many bugs in Skyrim, and to be honest, I didn't even notice that many bugs in Cyberpunk. But this game, like, it's endless amounts of bugs. It's all the time. It's every day. It's every time I turn it on, there's something different about it. It's something that's not working properly. A minute ago, it was my Coca-Cola thing wouldn't show me research. Now it's this. I mean, so that's 2 bugs in the space of like 10 minutes. You know, the Coca-Cola thing wouldn't show up. I had to restart the game. Now this isn't showing up. I understood the Coca-Cola thing because that was like, I think that's just because I turned the computer on the rest mode and didn't recognize it or something. But this is, I've restarted the game, so I'm not going to restart it again. I'm pretty sure that wouldn't work. This is not a restart game function bug. What did I just say? Function bug? What am I talking about? This is not a Yeah, it's just not working. It's just not working. It's completely pointless. It just doesn't work. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles event is gone, even though it's supposed to be still on. It's just not there. Am I blind? I mean, is it there? I don't see it. I don't. I mean, it's not the small map mosh pit, right? Let me just see what. I don't know why they put payback in there. Oh, but they did get rid of something which I didn't like. Oh no, wait, it didn't. Subsonic isn't. Subsonic doesn't really feel that small to me. I guess it is. Anyway, whatever. I don't know where it's gone. I wanted to play it. I've been putting it off for 2 weeks or something, and I thought, okay, I'll give it a shot. And now I can't play it because it's not there. Very disappointing, Activision. It's very disappointing. This game sucks. I mean, I love it and all, but it sucks. They just don't. There's constantly mistakes with it. It's just unbelievable. It's probably because it's probably like 1,000, I don't have a clue, but there's probably like 1,000 people working for this game, and they're just not communicating properly. If it was like a smaller team, they'd all be on top of things, and they'd know exactly what's going on. And I've just got this feeling, that's just an instinctual feeling, that there's something wrong with the company itself. Like they're not even turning on the game or something to check. Or people in the company are turning on the game to check, but they're not able to communicate it properly with the other devs or something. I don't know. I've heard about stories about game companies having really bad communications and like things taking months to get sorted out that should have taken like hours because of all this red tape and bureaucracy or something, all this crap in the companies that not exist nowadays. They're just things that used to take hours are now taking weeks because it has to go through this person and through that person and then through some other person and then back for the same person again. It's like before anyone can make a decision on it. So like it's taking weeks to make decisions on things that people would have normally fixed in sometimes a few minutes. They could have just went, okay, we're changing the code here. Blah, 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 that should fix things. But now they have to say, get permission for it and say, should we change this? And it slows the whole fucking thing down. And that's what I think must be going on with this company, right? Because how can these basic things, like they're holding a Teenage Mutant no, I wish I could say words properly. I'm really hungry this morning. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle event. Where is it? It's not there. It's been there for 2 weeks. I usually see it. I've been playing zombies lately, but I usually see it. I'm pretty sure it's not there. Unless this is it. But I'm pretty, no, that's not it. That's the thing that appeared the other day. That's what's replaced it. That's what's happened here. Is for fuck's sake, I'm clicking the wrong thing. That's what's happened here. Is they've replaced it with that. I knew that a minute. Where the hell is it? Oh, they've replaced. Some idiot's been like, okay, we're gonna add endurance mosh pit to the future. It's like, okay, and it's like, I don't know, maybe the code says you're only allowed to hold 6 things in that screen or something. Perhaps that's what's happened. Like, you're only allowed to hold 6 things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perhaps I noticed it's slightly moved as I move things, so maybe you can hold more than 6. Perhaps because it's slightly moved there. Maybe it's like a scroll wheel thing if you add more to it. But let's just assume that could be that's a possibility, I don't know exactly how these things work, but that's a possibility. Maybe it can only hold 6 things. Maybe they've coded it so that it only holds 6 things. So when someone replaces something, maybe they forgot that it only holds 6 things. So they replaced it without realizing that it deleted the fucking thing the main thing that is part of the actual event that they bloody advertised. They created a whole advert about it and everything, and they didn't create an advert for Endurance Mosh Pit, but they did create an advert for the Turtles thing. So, this Endurance Mosh Pit has literally taken its place, and I don't think there's any other way to access it. I don't think there's any way to play the Turtles event. Unless they've done it purposely, but that doesn't make sense. They didn't do that with the Squid Game thing. Why the hell would they get rid of the feature that's part of the event if the event's not over yet? It just doesn't make any sense. So it must be that they've added this thing without realizing that they're replacing the main event that they bloody made an advert for. But again, maybe that contradicts what I just said. If it really takes months to make a decision or something, or weeks, that actually contradicts what I just said, because that seems like something they just did really quickly without thinking about it. That they didn't get extra permission or anything like that. They just went, okay, I'm going to change this thing from this to this to Endurance Mosh Pit without really thinking it through. And it's amazing how many things that, like, in this game keep happening like that. Like, little things like that. It's like, no, it seems like the people aren't thinking it through. I'm contradicting what I just said a minute ago, I know, about taking weeks to make a decision. But whatever. Maybe sometimes it's the opposite, Maybe sometimes it's like people just go, oh, we need something quickly. The leader of the team says, quickly, we need to have a new event. We need some new thing to give them this endurance mosh pit thing, okay? Throw that to them. The guy goes, okay, sure, I'll do that. And he clicks a button, doesn't realize he deleted the bloody main event in the process. You'd think, they'd have testers in this game employed, all the time, not just like to literally just turn it on and be like, oh, this isn't here anymore. Where's it gone? It only took me 1 second to notice it wasn't there. Maybe I'm not the only one. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people are playing this event, right? So a lot of people will notice that it's not there anymore. So hopefully someone will complain. You'd think, though, the company would learn from all the mistakes that they keep making. You'd think that they would be more on top of things by now. Like I don't know. It's really weird how they don't seem to. I don't get it. I think they'd learn from their mistakes and be better by now. Or these things would be happening less often. I don't know. It's so annoying. Anyway.